Hey, good afternoon. This is Pete from FigLife.com, and today I'm looking at a Pons fig called De La Roca. And I don't seem to get a lot of De La Roca figs to ripen, but I did get one to ripen today during a giant downpour, so I'm going to try that fig. It'll be my first fig off my De La Roca tree this year. So let's go take a look. All right, so I've had my De La Roca fig tree for I think 3 years now, and it's growing well. It's got a lot of figs on it, but I haven't had a lot of these figs ripen, unfortunately. You can see the tree right back here. It looks really nice. I mean, it's got some nice branches on it, and these branches here are De La Roca branches that are going way up, probably 8 or 9 feet tall, and there's another one coming off over here. So I've got some really good growth. I've got a lot of figs on this tree. Unfortunately, I just haven't had a lot of them ripen this year, but I did get my first one to ripen just today, and it looks like there's a couple more that are starting to ripen. It should be ripe here shortly. So let's go take a look at the, well, actually, you know what, let me show the leaf. So there's a De La Roca leaf. There's another one, and there's another one. So a couple different leaf shapes there. All right, let's go take a look at the fig. All right, so here it is, De La Roca. It's my first ripe, hopefully, De La Roca of the year, and we just had a ton of rain today, as you can kind of tell probably. So fortunately, this thing didn't split very well, or it didn't split real bad, but a little bit of splitting here, and so I decided to go ahead and pick this. Let's see what the inside looks like. All right, so here's the inside, and actually that looks pretty good. Looks like this inside here looks to be fairly ripe, and will probably taste pretty good. I remember this fig having a good taste. You know, my complaint about this is that I just haven't gotten a lot of these figs to ripen, and I can't recall what the reason for that is. I don't know if it's just a little bit on the late side or what. I think it probably is just a little bit on the late side in terms of ripening. But this looks pretty good. So it'll probably taste pretty good too. So let me try this. All right. So let me cut this in quarters. Actually, you know what? Let me weigh this. Almost forgot to weigh it. Let's see how heavy this thing is. 44 grams. So about a medium-sized fig. All right. So this is De La Roca, and I think this is a 3-year-old tree. Really good. It's got it's a pretty sweet fig with some berry taste. I'd say the skin's a little like thick or tough, and I think that if I had let this ripen a little bit more, that would have softened up a little bit. But with the splitting that occurred, the little bit of splitting there that occurred in the rain, and then just the organza bag, the wet organza bag being on that fig, I just didn't think it would last much longer on the tree, so I went ahead and picked it. But the skin on this is a little bit thick. But the pulp is a really nice flavor. Probably like kind of high level sweetness to low to medium level berry flavor. Let me just take that skin off. Yeah, so that's good. Again, the only thing I didn't really like about that was the skin. It was just too thick and too kind of too tough. I've mentioned this before, but usually I don't think about the skin. I don't certainly don't mind the skin, but sometimes I'll run into a fig where the skin is just a little bit off. Maybe not off, but a little bit of not the greatest flavor. So I think I just needed to give that a little bit more time, and that skin probably would have softened up a little bit. But that was De La Roca, so a Pons variety. and one that's been around. Growers been growing it for several years now. It's not a brand new variety to the United States anyway. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit subscribe and check out my website, www.figlife.com.